What's up, YouTube? FatKings Phil coming at you for my week 370 update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which I had back in July of 2013, and my post-plastic surgery, which I had back on May 26th of 2020. Details are below. All right, week 4 of coming off my plastic surgery. Yeah, feeling pretty good. Feel pretty much healed. There's still little tiny spots around the scar line that are scabbed. And actually I caught one on some clothing last night and was doing a little bit of surface skin bleeding, but nothing big deal. Threw a Band-Aid on it. It was no big deal. I'll put pictures at the end here of my day, like a couple days before plastics, and then my 3.5 week point. I'll put a picture again after 6 weeks. And then, probably not again for a while. I'm going to try and really do some heavy duty. I'm gonna get back to my working out and things once I'm cleared, and try and do some body shaping and sculpting and really work hard. Without the gym, it's gonna be a little tricky, but we're gonna get back to at least where I was, and then from there build on. Itching's better. It's starting to subside a little bit, but although it's still a lot of the binder stuff is itchy. Still wearing the binder. I've got 2 more weeks with the binder at least. I'm sure he'll tell me what the next step is from there. Probably going to be something like, oh yeah, now you can wear that binder half a day, which will still drive me crazy. Honestly, I will say that even today I noticed, even from like say 3 or 4 days ago, the swelling is down even a little bit more. That's good. When I took the pictures, I could see on my left side, my left like love handle area, I was still kind of popped out quite a bit. It's a little bit bruised on the sides. You probably can't see it in the picture very well, but yeah, it's definitely still a little swollen. And then I'd say below the incision line, above the pelvic bone, there's still some swelling there as well. So I'll be really interested to see what this all looks like in 6 months. I kind of feel like this is a 6-month ordeal, to be honest with you. Ultimately, I think I won't really know for 6 months to what it's going to finally settle down to be. And then it'll really depend on me and how well I do with my working out, my eating. Eating's been pretty good. Let's get the numbers really quick here. Today I weighed in at 220.4, and that's down 0.6 pounds from last time. Although, like I said, I had seen as low as 219 at one point. 220, wow, to be back at 220, it's just so weird to me. Like, I do worry that there's some muscle loss there. But you know what? It's a process. We're just going to go through the process. This is why I bulked up ahead of time, why I tried to burn off so much fat and maintain as much muscle mass as I could before I went into plastics, because I knew I would probably shed some in the process. Eating's been pretty good. I don't think I've ever cracked I think I probably cracked my calorie mark 1 or 2 times in the last 4 weeks. But for the most part, I've been way under. Macros have not been perfect, but they've been good. I've been trying to at least get 100, 120 grams of protein. I really should be getting 160 grams of protein. I just am not doing it. It's going to take a concerted effort when I go back to working out to really pump the protein up. A lot of bodybuilders are doing like 1.5 times body weight in protein. There's no way I could do 300 grams of protein in a day. Let me rephrase. I'm sure I could, but it would be miserable. So, but it might take being miserable for a while to get to where I want to be. So we'll have to see. That's going to be pure determination and will. But we'll see. Like I said, I just get back to where I was. Then I'm going to get back together with my trainer, rehire her back on board, and I come up with a plan, 6-month plan, or another 3-month plan at least, and then kind of go from there. So that's that. So by Christmas, I'm thinking, if there is a Christmas, if we aren't all killed by the murder hornets next month, they're introduced like as a plot point, like, oh, what? And then they disappeared. But that's like when you walk through the scene and there's a gun on the fireplace mount in a movie, like on the mantle, and then you don't see it again, but later at the end of the movie it comes into play. That's the we're laying the seed. The murder hornets are the seed. They're coming. It's gonna be terrible. Wish I was kidding, but I probably am right. Anyway, it's just been back to the grind, working, enjoying my weekends like everybody else, not being able to really do much. I can't really work out too much. I start getting into projects and I forget that I'm not supposed to be lifting heavy things and doing heavy things. So a good example was I was out at the gun range and there's some brass that had fallen underneath the shooting bench, and I needed to get the brass out because I reload my brass. So I just picked the thing up, swept the brass out, put it back down. I didn't think anything about it. That's just what I would do normally. Next day, my abdominal muscles were really, really sore. So that was a mistake. But that's okay. I mean, it wasn't any permanent damage. I didn't pop any stitches. I didn't feel anything pop or go weird or anything like that. So we're fine. But yeah, so hydration's been consistent. Muscle mass, body fat have been pretty consistent, given that they will fluctuate a little bit with hydration. So I haven't really moved much. So, again, let's say my muscle mass was 34.5 when I weighed 230 and it's 34.5 now. Well, total pounds of muscle, that's less muscle. Same thing with fat though. So I had the added advantage of having the fat cut off though. So I will tell you that getting rid of all that loose skin and loose empty fat cells, and I'm sure some full fat cells, really has made the hydration just much higher. So those fat cells must have been reading as something other than hydration. And for my weight to fluctuate so much back then, I'm thinking that they were holding water, just not reading as water. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. So almost 60% water all times now. So on the scale. Now granted, it's just some home scale. It's not like a DEXA scan or anything like that, but it's been consistent to itself. So pretty happy with that. Definitely looking forward to getting back to working out. I will feel better, I think, about myself overall, just doing that. Not about myself, but just feel better myself. Like, feel better in every day. I still will get tired out of the blue for no reason. Even at the 4-week mark. Yesterday was a good example. No reason for me to be that exhausted. Son and I ran into Home Depot, got some parts. We were getting ready to do a little project, and I fell asleep on the couch for about 40 minutes. I just could not stay awake. Sitting up, no less. So it still hits me every now and again, and I just try and listen to my body and roll with it. I'm trying to get more sleep, trying to get at least into bed by 10, and then I'll listen to audiobook or read or something, but it's been audiobooks lately because I just can't slow my mind down enough to like sit down and really enjoy a book. Although the audiobooks I'm reading they're nonfiction, so it takes a little more attention to detail. So that's been good so far. So my new convert to Audible. I've heard some other audiobooks I've just had as MP3s, but I kind of like the Audible format with the fact that you can kind of, save your spot and just go to a specific chapter and all that good stuff. So that's good. Back to way off on the podcast because I just haven't been working out as much. So yeah, things are just kind of cruising along. It's just, I'm starting to feel that kind of anxious, kind of stuck in the house feeling again, the COVID cabin fever. But once I'm all healed up and I can kind of get back to working out more aggressively, I think things will be better. And we'll be going into the heat of summer, which, then wanting to go outside is going to be less. I'd love to get my kayak out on the water. But again, can't lift it. It's heavier than my weight limit right now. And then, I don't know, rowing all day would probably be a little rough too. So, but we'll see. That's it. Nothing exciting. I wish I had something great to tell you guys, but yeah, just grinding along. Progress is good, and I'll take it. So, all right. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about plastics, and you got something coming up, let me know. I can definitely tell you what I would recommend, what I don't. I will tell you the turmeric and the arnica have helped a lot with bruising, and I had a lot of bruising after lipo. I was like, holy crap. I mean, people told me that it happened, but I never bruised. So I was like, I'll be fine. Nope. I had a lot. And assuming those supplements helped a great deal because it went away quick. I mean, for the most part, I've got very light bruising left. Skin's still a little irritated. I've been using a really heavy duty moisturizer. I think it's called Survey. So a little bit heavier duty than just your regular lotion. My skin's been really dry. I don't know if that's because I'm just eating a lower fat diet right now, and have been for the last 12 weeks or what, if it's a combo of all things, just the skin being rubbed on all the time. So it's been warmer. So normally I don't get dry skin until it's cold and dry, because in Colorado, it's more dry in the winter because it's just too damn cold. All that moisture just gets sucked out of the air, but I don't know. So yep, that's it. All right, guys, I'll get out of here because I'm probably just boring you at this point. So until next time, remember, it's good to be the king.